everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here today. Look, I'm rolling solo dolo today, sending shout outs and love to Tamika and her family because her son Jamari is graduating from the eighth grade today. So they had to have a nice family celebration and go see him walk out of the eighth grade and into high school. So congratulations to him. Hey Coco.
Hey, Candy, congratulations, Heavy.
Yes, that's wonderful. Look, it's gonna be you soon, Coco. It's gonna
I
be you
know.
soon. And then
Listen,
we'll be sitting there like, dang, I remember when Riley was just in elementary school and doing her dance competitions, and she's still
I'm about
dancing, but now she's in high school.
to.
It'd be so sad.
I'm probably my silly behind probably be crying.
Oh my, as you should. It's an accomplishment. Let me say hello to anybody early bird. Now, hopefully, I did try to put the message out that I was running late as quick as I knew I was running late, you guys. So forgive me for that. I do like to try to be consistent, and I see Sharon was here right on time. Hopefully, she pops back through. Hey, amazingly Meek, how are you today, lady? Hopefully, it has been a wonderful hump day for you. And Cassandra got a new name. Your fave paralegal underscore Cassandra. Yes, yes, yes. Look, who I'm gonna put it out here. Hey Babs, who has been following the whole messy debacle going on with the Krishan supporters? And some of them are haters, honestly, to be real honest with you. Who is up to date on it and can get us up to speed? I can tell you I'm gonna tell you the little bit that I do know about Krishan. Not this whole incident that's going on because I was watching it and seeing what was going on today. Hey Daniel, happy Wednesday. Yes, it is draining. Look, I'm gonna tell you why it's draining to me. So let me give my quick little update. And you guys, if I'm missing anything from when I left the house, let me know. Okay, since we're starting with our hot topics, and we are getting to our topic today, you guys, because look, I'm not getting deterred off of our topic today. But the last that I heard, Krishan is still in jail. Okay, I heard that she was put into a room or something like that, like given a room there at the facility, the jail. But really, that's about it. We're still at a standstill. She's still locked up. I'm seeing some crazy things going around with her sister Chastity, asking for money for a lawyer, things like that. Which, you guys, I'm gonna put it out here. This is my opinion. If you are contributing any money to Krishan for whatever is going on, I implore you guys to wait until Marsh puts something up. Like literally at this stage of the game, that's the only one that I would trust with anything like that. Don't send your money to her sisters because ain't no telling what could go on. Even with Krishan being in the predicament that she is in, I'm sorry, I still don't trust none of them. There's like none of them that I would trust at this stage of the game. So if you are wanting to contribute anything like that, wait until Marsh puts that up because we don't even know if Krishan wants that from her supporters. We don't even know if she wants you contributing financially. I mean, I'll say this, regardless of how it comes off. Look, Candy Girl gonna always just say it how it is. She may not be in need of anything financially. If since Blueface has been in jail, if she's been spending $15,000 a month for a restaurant that's not even open, she may not be in need of any cash right now. Okay, she may not be in any need of cash assistance. But when I see certain family members asking that I know are in need of financial assistance, I would be hesitant to send out anything that they're asking for. Wait till you hear it from a reliable source. And right now, I'm going to say that reliable source is who she is trusting with her child, which is Marsh. Okay.
I
So
agree. But I did see something interesting. I seen a post from DJ Sky that said that Chastity was not scamming, that she has been in contact with the lawyer, and that no one has access to Krishan's money.
Oh, so they need outside help just because no one has access to it.
Right.
Well, but you know something?
That's
Even
the last thing I saw.
even
But
from jail,
still, but
even from
still,
jail, I think that could be arranged. Even
but
from jail, you might need to take one of your phone calls and hit your bank up and say, "Hey, I need to have this person approved to access my account." Or, "Hey, I know you got an ATM card. I know you got some means to do something." You know what I mean?
I still, I still though would feel better about it if it was coming from Marsh. And then
Me too.
even in that, my first thought was DJ Sky, you ain't got $10,000 or whatever they need to get the lawyer until Krishan get out, and
And
she
give it
could give
back
you
to
that
you.
money back.
Exactly, and give it right back to you. But it
So
just
I
goes to
just
show what kind she gonna find out. Krishan is going to really find out even more who her friends are. If she's in this type of predicament, and quite frankly, if she has put a lot of these people on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have been there at the show, but being around Krishan put you on. That's how I feel.
here's the problem with that though. Say you the friend and you put the money up. I hate to say it, but Krishana flight risk.
She really is. She is.
I
She
hate to
is.
say it.
She
But
is. Oh
and
my
then they're
goodness.
talking about they need to secure the money so she can get out. But I thought she had no bond. So it's just this confusing. And then her friend Zio is saying we don't need no money. If you want to bless Marsh, because she's taking care of Junior or whatever, you can do that or whatever, but we don't need money. That's what they keep saying. They said that the lawyer situation is straight. So it's like, who do you believe?
Right. Well, you know what? I think for now, until something changes, hey gold digger, I think until something changes within the court system, because right now, court docs are saying there is no bail. I think right now people need to hold on to their money unless there is a need for it. Like there's no need for any money right now if there's no bond. She's not going to get out. And I know a lot of people hate to hear that. I know people hate to hear that, but um how shall I say this before I get to the the comment? I think right now it's best to just we I know everybody wants her to be home with her child and things of this nature. There's no use at this point, dealing in coulda, shoulda, wouldas. You know what I mean? That's moot point at this point. She is locked up. But everybody just wait until you get any type of official word. We don't even know. First of all, that's her friend. There should be no money involved or changing hands from anybody. That's her friend. That's her godson reportedly. Am I correct? Marsha's supposed to be her godson, or Junior's Marsha's godson, excuse me. So she doesn't need any money for that. I mean, I guess people want to see it as a blessing, but I think people hold on to what look, times are hard out here. Hold on to what you have right now until there's more information out. And then
Right.
possibly something, if fundraising for her is needed, that's something that, you know, everyone could delve into. But even with that, I'm just imploring people hold on to it until you know that it's going to benefit Krishan or Junior. Don't just go sending out money to relatives who financially Krishan isn't even dealing with anymore like that. So there could be ulterior motives for certain individuals to say, "Oh, send us the money. We fundraising for Krishan." Hold on, you guys. Just hold on. Okay, let's get to some comments, Coco. Let's see what we got in the comments. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit now. Cassandra did start off by saying that this whole situation is draining. Babs is saying she has attorneys and they're holding her for Oklahoma. Cassandra is saying she hasn't paid for her attorney's VAPs. Meek said, shaking my head, this situation is sad. Chastity needs to go sit down. Absolutely. And this, I believe, is Cassandra's response in regard to the money and things like that, and being able to access Krishan's money if she does need some funds to pay her lawyers. Cassandra is saying all they need is a power of attorney. Meek is saying, child, she needs to call her godparents. And Meek also says, I don't trust Chastity. If Marsh not saying it, I don't believe it. And I definitely agree there. So I believe Cassandra is coming back to the fact that it's Oklahoma that is holding her. And she's stating that that's why there's no bill. People need to realize that from, and this is just from my understanding, I'm not deep diving into any of this honestly, because it if I really dug deep into this, it would just drive me nuts because you know I really don't want her to be in this position, but you know she's in this position. Like I said, it's no sense in the coulda, woulda, shouldas and things like that. What's done is done. But what you guys need to realize, the diehard fans, you need to, I mean, and you can do this without judgment. I feel like it can be done without judgment, but you have to realize that Krishan did break the law. And just as Coco said, we don't know about bail because she has proven herself to be a flight risk. All this time when this warrant has been out for her, Krishan could have rectified this, and she didn't. So, in the eyes of the courts, they are going to consider her to be a flight risk. They are. I mean, they have look all. And what's so sad is people love to. Oh, Krishan tells us everything. She loves to come and talk to us. But what if you're a supporter? Sometimes y'all need to encourage her to keep a lot more quiet you know, because literally there's video evidence of her saying, I'm not going to turn myself in. And I know that it was emotion driven when she was saying it because um, even when she was saying that, it was all about not wanting to leave her baby and not wanting to be away from her child. So it was a very emotion driven statement, but she said it nonetheless. She said it nonetheless. I'm not going to turn myself in. I want to see
On
my
live.
on a live. And all they're gonna do, you guys got to realize, all they're gonna do is present that to the judge. They're gonna present that to the court, and it is going to work against her. So, the fans just have to. We kind of have to just, you know, deal within the wheels of the law. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but that really is what's going to have to happen here. Okay, so anything else anybody wants to input? The link is pinned at the top about Krishan because we're gonna move on to the rest of our trending topics for the day. But if you guys want to hop up and put something in about Krishan, feel free, you guys. No takers? Okay, hold on, let me see. Hey, Go Butter, how are you? Okay, and so, blah, blah, blah. Babs is still contending that she does have attorneys paid. Paid. Go Butter has grabbed her glasses so she can read the chat. Yes. Cassandra saying the last time Krishan met her attorney was when they have her deferred sentence. The firm has been trying to reach her. Uh-oh. The firm has been trying to reach her. Her PL was trying to reach her. No one can reach her. And you guys have to be realistic and know that all of this is going to look very, very bad for her when she does go in front of the judge and any type of decisions are made. So, I mean, yeah. So Babs is saying she doesn't have bail because they are holding her for another state. They have 10 days to pick her up. And at the end of the day, this is what Cassandra says, and this is what everybody has to basically kind of stand down and just wait. Is we cannot do anything. All you have to do is just pray about this. Cassandra said, my Google Assistant thought you were talking to her and she responded, I ain't talking to you, girl. I'm not talking to you. Okay, so you guys, let's see. I'm going to go to my inbox here because I have a lot of people that send me things. So let's see what's going on because I know I don't get to it as often as I would like to, but let's see what we have going here in my inbox. Let's see, y'all. Hopefully that can you hear me okay, Coco?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let me go up. I'm gonna go up and let's see what we have. This I'm going to read it to you guys, but check out the story. I believe it's on the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk. I'm really trying to steer away from things that kind of might get me flagged, by Facebook. If it's something really containing violence, you guys, I may make you aware of it, and I'm going to tell you where to go read the story for yourself. Okay. Now look at this. World's dumbest criminals. A witness to a crime scene in Atlanta allegedly hijacked a bus only hours after. Let me see what this is right here, you guys.
When reporters are on scene within an hour of the shooting, which I was yesterday, we're just looking for witnesses to talk to. And that's what I was doing yesterday. And as I was getting closer to the scene, one man who told me his name was Joseph Greer said he was inside when it happened and saw the shooter. So I asked if I could interview him. This is our interview you're seeing on the screen now. Now, to be clear, please say that shooting that I was interviewing him about happened at the Peachtree Center Mall food court around 2:15 yesterday afternoon. There. I think first let's be clear. When reporters are on scene within an hour of the shooting, which I was yesterday, we're just looking for witnesses to talk to. Yesterday afternoon, shortly after we interviewed him for only about 4 minutes. At 4:20 that same afternoon, the GBI says this man boarded a bus and got into a fight with a passenger, which then led to a shooting and a hijacking. Greer is accused of both hijacking the Gwinnett County Transit bus and shooting a passenger. That passenger later died. Now, this is a clip when I talked with him before he got on that bus.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm bipolar. Let me tell y'all that. I'm on medication for like 2 weeks, but Grady gonna give it to me.
Yesterday afternoon, shortly after we interviewed him for.
Give it to me. So I'm leaving out the thing. I see the shooter. You know what I'm saying? I guess the shooter. Like to me, because I'm 6'5", 285. So this the first guy on the scene right here with the curly hair with the waves. He the one stop me from being.
Joseph told me he was in a manic episode, had been off medication for bipolar for 2 weeks, and was on probation and was not allowed to have a gun.
Wow.
I see the
Wow. So how do you guys think this is going to bode for him when he goes in front of the judge? I mean, he freely stated, his medical condition and that Grady is a hospital that's down in Atlanta. And so he says that, they were going to give him his medication, but he's been off of it for 2 weeks. So this just goes to show you. Now, I don't know everything about this whole thing, but it does just let you know how some people really need to be on their meds. And that when they are not, things like this happen.
Girl,
Things like
that's
this happen.
wild.
It's very well. Did you hear? You're in Atlanta. Did you hear about this story, Coco?
I just saw it on the on IG like you are.
Mm. That is wild. So now look at this, you guys. Look, I'm trying to stay away from these crazy stories, and here they come, one after another. It says mother's car gets repossessed with her 7-day-old baby inside. Oh my God, moms, what would you do? Ugh.
Had a roller coaster week and a half. Just 11 days ago, she had her baby girl, Adrienne. 7 days later, she thought that child was being kidnapped.
Cities around to possible kidnapping in progress.
Sabria Miles left her week-old baby in her car just for half a minute to drop her other toddler off at daycare. When she turned around, she saw someone driving off with the vehicle and child.
from 323 East Riverside, where someone stole a female's Gold car with a newborn inside.
Another mother helped Miles follow the car down the street. It would be several agonizing minutes before the two were reunited.
I couldn't talk. I was just too frustrated and I was crying. I carried my baby for 9 months and now I lost her.
Police say the newborn wasn't kidnapped. A repo man who'd come to take Miles's vehicle had mistakenly driven off with the child still inside. Miles says she had no warning the car was being repossessed.
Sabria Miles has had a roller coaster week and a half.
We talked about the situation of what I'm going through and everything, and he sounded understandable and everything else.
Now, though, the new mother is left without a car. Her children's car seats and her cell phone are still inside the repossessed vehicle, too.
And even think about the humanity of repossessing a car at a daycare. I would have been livid had a dealer done that in my parking lot.
Local lawyer and daycare owner Tanisha Carruthers says seeing the mother's story earlier this week tugged on her heartstrings. Since then, she's been trying to raise money to get Miles back on her feet.
What I know is that with the right resources, with the right community support, we have the ability to completely change the trajectory of a family's life.
Miles says she learned from the experience. Police say, though, that there was no negligence on her part.
I've been a mom since I was 15 years old. And this is the first time that anything like this has ever happened to me. And we talked about the situation of and I won't let it happen again.
Now, police say no charges will be filed for anyone in this incident. Carruthers has set up a GoFundMe to raise money for a new car and a few baby items for Miles and her child. The link to access that is available on our website.
Okay, so first things first. She knew that car was getting ready to be repossessed. Let's start there.
Exactly. You knew you had made no payment. You knew you had made no payment. In how long?
But my
In how long?
second thought was, damn, what was they following her? And you got to be really like, they couldn't have waited until she left the daycare. Like, damn, you was just gonna
Well,
leave her stranded at the daycare?
yeah, but
Ruthless.
here's something else that I don't like. And I'm gonna put this, I don't care how anybody takes it. Because I honestly I don't care how anybody takes it. You don't leave your baby in the car for just a minute. Because what you think is something that's going to be quick, something like that has happened. And it's happened numerous times. Oh, I just went in to pay for the gas. Oh, I just ran it. It was just a set. And then there your baby is in harm's way. You should have never left your baby. There,
Yeah, that was
that
a hard
baby is
lesson.
7. Yeah, that baby was 7 days year old. 7 days old. Honey, that baby gonna go right back to sleep. Pick that baby up and walk your other child into the daycare. Because
Or
this
a
should
lot
have
of times
never happened.
the way the car seats are set up, you can just unhook the car seat from the little, attachment in the car and take it with you.
Yes, but this didn't have to happen
You
at
ain't got to take
all.
the baby out.
Because
At
here's the
least that's
thing,
how it was when my baby was a baby.
right? Because here's the thing. Everybody's talking about, oh, her car got repossessed. We're lucky it was the repo man.
Facts.
She is lucky it was the repo man. Because
Facts.
you get one of these crazy young kids over there trying to steal your car, and there's no telling what could have transpired during the chase or anything like that. So, yeah, definitely a hard lesson to learn. Uh, let's see what these comments say. Okay. So this is in regard to the story. I'm going to start off here with Cassandra because her comment is regarding uh that man that was interviewed by the news, and he's bipolar and went and unalived someone. So Cassandra said he's going under the jail. Go Butter said this world has gone mad. We ladies need to protect ourselves when we leave our home, work, etc. We are not protected in these last days, and I definitely agree with that. Um, Cassandra also says, now, ma'am, you had a warning when you didn't pay your car note. Yes, that was the main warning. Go Butter says, I don't know why people are still leaving their children unattended in cars these days. It's puzzling. Absolutely puzzling. You never know what could happen. Gold Digger says, "Oh my God, did the repo man at any point realize there was a baby in the car?" Oh, yes. Go
No,
Butter
he
also
didn't.
said
He
he
didn't
didn't until they
know.
were chasing him down to get chasing
Right.
him
He
down.
didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. Go Better says, "How many times does this need to happen for people to get the message? It's unsafe on so many levels." Hey, Witches View, back at you, beautiful. Gold Digger said, "This is so sad. 7 minutes of horror must have seemed like forever. I can't leave your baby in the car. Maybe make a special arrangement with drop off, but don't leave the baby in the car." Yes, there was nothing stopping you, just that you didn't want to unhook your baby. That was pure laziness. I'm just going to call it. That was pure laziness. Hey, that's what they said. How are you today? So let's see what else we got in my inbox. I'm not gonna go up. Let me see. Tita always sends me lots of stuff. So let me see. Huh. Now, I don't know what. Oh, we talked about that last night. Why is nobody talking about Oprah's behaviors? Says I'm not gonna play this because there's some violence being showed. It says fans resurface NBA YoungBoy hotel fight with Jania amid Diddy and Cassie controversy. We all know there's a lot of men like this putting hands on women, and women
Mm.
just out here scratching and surviving. Um, Mel B is talking about her experience with Diddy. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one. Let's see what we got here.
Clear this up because I know I spoke to you about this already, but people don't know the Puff Daddy situation.
Oh.
Okay, now the word was I'll give you time to think about this. The word was Puff Daddy was kind of disrespectful to our lady here.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
And I was pregnant as well, so it wasn't a very nice way to speak to a pregnant lady.
What did he say to you?
Get this bitch off the stage.
No, you see, they don't like. So what
No,
did
it
he
wasn't
say?
very nice.
How did it happen after that?
Well, I walked up to him and he had the microphone there. Right, you pretend you're Puff, right, and I'm me.
Yeah, I told you that.
And you're doing your routine and stuff. Can you please get off the stage because I need to rehearse my song?
Yeah. Do I need to say that line to you?
Yeah, and then you need to say, "Can you get this bitch off the stage, but look that way?"
Yo. Get this bitch off the stage.
What are you talking about, Puffy? What are you talking about? I'm standing here.
Security!
You see? Well, he's been disrespectful for a long time. Now let's see what Dr. Umar is talking about. What is Umar talking about?
Whoever went into Whitney Houston's hotel room to take her life, it's on camera. Who had the power to tell the owners? Who had the power to make them confiscate that Whitney Houston murder video?
Okay, he got a point, but I don't like that little music playing. Now here is something about Krishan she sent me. Let's see what this is, you guys. And this is from Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate, who, she was in the midst of the big controversy today. So she's saying, seems like it may be some type of miscommunication between Zio Vert and female Mookie Chastity, because Chastity is now posting proof that the lawyer is not paid in full, while Zio is remaining his stance and them not needing help for a lawyer. So let's see what this is. Let me read it as best I can. Let me see if they have one that doesn't have anything. Here, I'm gonna go back. Let me see. Read this. So she's saying, let me try to read this as best I can. My sister never asked for help, but the lawyer said he only got $1,500. And I don't know who has their money, but he not paid in full. And if he don't get all his money, the process is longer. The lawyer my sister told me to call spoke with me and said this: if I had the money already, I would have just paid it myself with no help. Everyone wants to say this and that. I just want the lawyer paid so she can get out back to her baby. I made a new cash app. I made a new cash app just for the lawyer. If you want to support, send what you can. I'm gonna post all my screenshots of me sending the money to the lawyer. But no, I'm not posting the lawyer cash app with his name for hate pages to harass him, etc. Oh, girl, I don't care what anyone say about me. I don't need nothing for myself. I need her lawyer paid so I can get some rest. I use some of my furniture money to put towards it. Y'all don't know me or Ish, but what a liar say for clout. Sean is my sister, not my friend. She young and I think she probably said don't really know how this goes, but I do. I tried to, can't read that part, but it says help before she got caught after I got my, can't read that part, you guys, just being full disclosure, but it was too late. But instead of, then it goes to send the lawyer the money because he said he only, can't read that part, him, and he got 1,500 so far. Now today I sent, and can't read that part, y'all keep saying this and that. I just want her lawyer, whether she asked me to or not. Um, me enough, and without the payment, he can't. Cash App going show all transactions because it's only for the lawyer. So, and this is a retainer invoice. It says, does this look legit, Cassandra? Krishan, June 12th, 2024. Krishan Malone. Description: State of Oklahoma versus Krishan Malone. Dear Miss Malone, pursuant to our agreement, the fee for personal representation in Craig County, Oklahoma, violation of probation case number CF22-22 through conclusion, including personal appearances by, in the lawyer's name, I guess, is whited out, and local counsel is 15,000. To date, 3,000 has been paid towards this fee. The current balance is 12,000. Now, see, that already contradicts what Chastity just said. Chastity said that 1,500 has been paid. This invoice says that 3,000 has been paid towards the 15. So is she already lying or what's going on? Now let's see
Tired of
this.
seeing what I am seeing, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. If Marsh don't come on here asking y'all for money, do not think that we are asking y'all for money to support us. Like, these talks about us not having lawyers or whatever, it's cap. It's cap. People are taking advantage of the situation. If you've been caught taking advantage of the situation before and you're taking advantage of the situation again, people need to put two and two together. If Marsh don't come up here saying, give me money, I'm broke, we're good. I promise you. Sean does not want no one doing the most. Please. Please. I don't want to keep saying this. Please. Anyone trying?
Yep. And this is somebody directly in Krishan's camp. Respect what they're saying. And it's like they said that. Look, it's like they overheard our conversation, y'all. We didn't even read any of that, but we were in total agreement, you know? Okay, now Cassandra is gonna pull. Cassandra said, I'm about to pull that law firm up right quick and see if that's their logo. Okay. Witches Bruce says she has a hold on her. She isn't getting out until the probation and the judge release her. Gold Digger said, this is crazy. Always a Cash App move. Yeah, it's like, come on now. Ooh. Okay, you guys. So let me see. Let me see here. I'm going to hit the shade room real quick, and then we're going to go to our topic real quick. And Coco, have you ever do you feel like you've ever experienced financial abuse? Or do you know what it is?
No, I need to understand what it is, and then I can say whether it's happened to me before.
Okay.
But guess what? Guess what, y'all?
What?
My baby daddy came home today.
Oh Lord, I know you over there in hog heaven. I'm surprised you sitting up here with us now. I am shocked you are sitting with us now. What are
I
you
just had,
even doing here?
I just had to give y'all that good news.
Oh my goodness. Well, glad he made it back safe. Is the house completed?
Yep, it is.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna get to it. And the thing of we're gonna go back when Cassandra gets that information, we'll go back to it. So it says how to identify, we're gonna go over this. How to identify financial abuse in a relationship. Okay. So
Mhm.
it says when most people think of domestic abuse, the first thing that comes to mind is likely verbal abuse and physical assault. But research shows that financial abuse occurs just as frequently in unhealthy relationships as other forms of abuse. So we're going to get to it. What is financial abuse? Financial abuse involves controlling a victim's ability to acquire, use, and maintain financial resources. Those who are victimized financially may be prevented from working. While less commonly understood than other forms of abuse, financial abuse is one of the most powerful methods of keeping a victim trapped in an abusive relationship. Research shows that victims are often too concerned about their ability to provide financially for themselves and their children to end the relationship. Financial insecurity is one of the top reasons women return to an abusive partner. Okay, so has anyone known or been through this before? If you don't mind sharing, never have. I've never been through any instance of financial abuse, but it happens a lot, guys. There are times that there are women that can be working and they're obligated by their partner to basically hand their paycheck over to them. And I know that there will be people who say, oh, well, men hand their paychecks to women over all the time. But that's not in the context that we're talking about. We're talking about in the context of you being without money so that can watch your every move. I know that you don't have enough money to leave me if you wanted to, you know? And it goes even deeper when these women are housewives. And a lot of times in a housewife situations, they get their husband's money or it's given to them to tend to the bills. And sometimes it's not necessarily every dime being handed over to her, but here's the money to pay these household bills. You handle that. But we're talking about um, men, possibly women, because things happen all over these days. But when you're being prevented from having any money to sustain yourself or feel like you have any bit of independence, has anyone ever experienced anything like that?
No, honey, my mom taught me better than that. Always have your own.
Your own, yes, yes. But what do you think about? Do you think it's embarrassing, probably, for women who find themselves in this situation to even speak out about it or let anybody know? I would think so.
I would think that it would be stressful to be in a situation like that.
Yeah, very stressful. And what about always happen? You're here, you are an adult, and you're always having to ask somebody for some money.
Right. The
Because
only way.
I've read about desperate situations, like literally, you as a woman, I have to ask you for money just to go get um female needs on a monthly basis. I have to ask you for money for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only way a situation like that will work for me um would be like I had a friend once who was a housewife and her husband well, she was a housewife for a while and her husband was working a couple of jobs, but he would get paid, give her the money, she would pay the bills and then give him, like a little allowance. Like
Hmm.
she still kind of was in control of the finances. So she never felt like she was, really dependent on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a
So
man that knows that he's not really responsible with money. So he's like, let my wife handle this. Yes.
yeah. So I think that's the only way a situation like that will work for me as well, because I can't see myself having to come to you every time I need $1 for something.
Yes, I want to go buy a snack or a drink or get a coffee. No, I'm not doing none of that. And Coco, you need to read the comments. You're getting a lot of congratulations on your baby daddy being back stateside. But
Uh,
Beth said that is true. I know a lot of females in that situation. Cassandra says I've never been through that, and that's what they said. Said very much so embarrassing. I'm sure. Yes, like I have to ask you if I want to buy something for myself. Like the only thing that's getting the okay really is the household bills, but anything having to do with me or my wants and needs, I have to run it by you or ask you for it. That just would never work for me. I'm all for being a team. If we have to be a team and we're both holding each other accountable because we're trying to get to a certain place financially, but that's both of us doing it, not just you putting these type of restrictions on me or looking in my account. Or look, do you think what do y'all think about your man having access to your account to even just look to see what you're spending on? Is that a form of abuse? If you're demanding that, oh, if you really want to be with me or be in this relationship, I need to have access to your account so I can see what you're spending money on.
mm, I think that's a bit much. That's controlling.
That's controlling you.
Yeah, that's a bit controlling. Like, why you need to see what my every move is? That's weird.
Because I'm watching you. What if James says, because Coco, I know you like to spend money on things you really don't need. I'm trying to help you. How we gonna grow if you spending money and buying shoes every week? What would you say?
I mean, I guess if we were trying to save towards a specific goal, and I had a problem saving, or budgeting or something like that. If there was a real problem and we were a team, I don't think I would see a problem in it. But if you just want to be seeing what I'm doing, that's an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
Because even if
what I
you,
will say, what I
Mhm.
will say is, when me and my baby daddy lived together, I had all his passwords and pins to his cards, and and stuff like that. Shoot, I still know the pins to his cards to this day, but it- so it was really no secrets. You know what I mean? I could,
Mhm.
hell, look at the mail and see what he got in his bank account. So it would be nothing for him to send me to the ATM, for him or something like that. So in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were no secrets, but just to be looking and tracking your every 10 cent that you spend, hell no. That's a bit much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So Go Butter says, I've never been in that position. I've never experienced that. That's what they said that's a no. I have to keep mine to myself. We will have one together, but that one that I have to myself is mine, and I'm not looking at his either. That's what I was just about to say. It's like, even if we are trying to work for a common goal, why not us get something that we both have access to? But you're not going to completely have access to everything, you know. Mm-mm. Yeah. So I
And,
definitely agree with that. Beth said,
and
"You're not gonna see my dang account." Beth said, "F the team. You are not going to see my whole hand."
okay.
Look, you are not gonna see what I've been squirreling away. But on the serious side, it's like, you guys, this is a lot of women go through this. So here, let's go to this here. 4 signs of financial abuse. So there are 4 types of financial abuse. And so let's just, so everybody's aware. The abuser takes care of the finances. It says some couples choose to have a CFO to manage their finances, especially if one partner has a predilection for balancing the books or tracking spending. That's normal. What isn't normal is when a partner takes control of the finances and doesn't give the other partner access to the account and funds. This strips away the victim's economic self sufficiency from the victim, such as having money to meet basic needs. It can be done through the guise of taking care of the finances, but leaves the victim in the dark about how money is being managed. Okay. It says, according to the National Network to End Domestic Violence, after an abuser takes control of the finances, they may give the victim an allowance, but reduce it over time. This can eventually prevent the victim from obtaining necessary items such as food and medicine. Okay. So, number two is employment sabotage. In an effort to prevent the victim from having access to money, the abuser may forbid the victim to work or sabotage their current employment. And I've seen men come in and I've seen it in the workplace. And they'll come in and cause such a scene, and they have to let that lady go. Okay, I've seen that happen, yes. Or sabotage their current employment. That can include harassing the victim at their workplace or physically abusing them before important meetings so they show up unprepared and distracted if they're able to make it to work at all. It says a 2003 report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that women in the U.S. lose nearly 8 million days of paid work each year because of violence they suffer from current or former partners. Through employment sabotage, the victim is often pushed to the point where they feel like they have no choice but to quit their job. Being unemployed leaves a victim in a vulnerable financial position where they become completely dependent upon their abuser. An abuser can also prevent a victim from looking for jobs or attending interviews. Okay. Number three is economic exploitation. Economic exploitation is one of the most severe aspects of financial abuse. In this case, an abuser will intentionally destroy the victim's financial resources or credit history. They'll open a line of credit under the victim's name without their consent, refuse to pay bills in the victim's name, or gamble away jointly earned money. And you know what? This reminds me, I've seen so many women who sign for cars and things like this for these guys, and literally it will destroy them, you know. And they, they'll come in certain groups that I'm in on Facebook. What do I do? What can I do? He's not making the note, and literally you just destroying yourself. It says, oftentimes the victim has no access to their financial accounts, so they have no idea this activity is happening. This behavior can tank the victim's credit, which means they'll have a hard time getting approved for financial products like a credit card, auto loan, or mortgage in the future. For
Oh
years,
my
the victim,
God.
yeah,
I
it
know
says,
somebody this happened to.
do you? Here, tell us about it in just a sec. It says for years, the victim can be haunted with bankruptcies, tax liens, and bad debt that follows them around. It's possible to dispute identity theft by an abusive partner with the FTC, and major credit bureaus. Joint accounts, however, are more difficult to untangle. And depending on your state, you may be liable to debt incurred on the account, even if it wasn't you swiping the card. Some businesses require a police report to remove fraudulent debt from a victim's account, and it's not always safe for a victim to file one. Often, the victim must wait until they're able to successfully escape their abuser in order to take the many steps toward economic recovery. Okay, tell us about your situation that you knew.
Child. So I got this friend, right? And
Hmm.
she's just really nice. She has a big heart. Now, this wasn't even somebody that she was in a relationship with. Now, granted, he wanted to be in a relationship with her, but she didn't want to be in a serious relationship with him. She just really liked him as a friend or whatever. But he had got sick during COVID or something, and long story short, he was a single dad, and she ended up renting a home for him. And it got to a point where he would pay a portion of the rent and not all of the rent or whatever. And it got to a point where Like the house was in her name, like the lease agreement was in her name. When it was time for him to leave, he had started threatening her. I forget what he was saying, trying to threaten her. But when the lease was up, he wouldn't leave, like, cause during COVID, they let people go a long time without paying their rent or whatever. But anyway, he wouldn't leave, and I think she ended up, when it was all said and done, on them people like $7,000. Um, just off of the strength that they had to basically evict him. So now she's got an eviction on her record,
Wow.
and then she owed them people like $7,000 or whatever. But when she told me she was gonna do it, I was like, I I told her don't do it. You know what I mean? Because I just had a bad feeling about it. You know what I mean? And then one thing that my mom always told me, you don't ever take the chance of someone else ruining your credit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So don't put nothing in your name for somebody else, or put your credit on the line for somebody else, because shit happens. And yeah, he totally took advantage of her niceness in that situation, and it was literally like a nightmare for her for a good year and a half. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, and I kind of blame her too, because he
Hmm.
would pull on her heartstrings or whatever, and that she
Why?
had.
Because he had the kids. Is that
I,
what was really
I,
pulling on her heartstrings?
yeah, I think it was because of the kids, but like she had an opportunity to get out of it and renewed.
Oh
And it was that last year when he really took her through it. You know what I mean? And she regretted it. And, I ain't the type of friend to be like, I told you so. I really felt really bad for her because, like I said, she was just trying to be nice. But you can't always be nice to everybody.
no, you cannot. You can't. You definitely cannot. So
Yeah.
Gold Digger says, "Whoa, whatever
What?
happened to real communication about how finances are going to be handled between the two of you in a relationship? Transparency, not control." That's right. Yeah.
And then
And
the other thing is, when somebody shows you who you are, you gotta believe them.
I'm telling you, when somebody shows who they are, believe them, because you know so many times we overlook things about people. No, they're not this way. They're not that way. They would never do this. They would never do that. And they've showed you. They literally showed you that yes, they will. But you
Mm,
want to see the good in them. You want to see the good in them, so you overlook it. But they showed you who they were.
mm.
They showed you. Now let me read this last one. Okay, so number 4 is coerced debt. Another form of economic exploitation, is coerced debt, which refers to an abuser forcing a victim to take out a line of credit or make transactions in the victim's name. Sometimes the abuser will threaten to harm the victim or their children if they don't comply. That is absolutely crazy. Ooh,
I know another form of that is these parents that go out and get credit cards and bills and stuff.
oh, in their kids' name, and then by the time their kids have ruined credit by the time they're ready to start life. That's so
Right.
crazy to me. I don't know why. Oh my God, that's so crazy to me.
That's
So let me
financial.
go. Yeah, let me go over some quick little tips they said how to escape your abusive situation. So I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to give the tips, you guys. So you're just going to create a safety plan. So sometimes you have to create a safety plan. And in this case, it's a personal financial safety plan. So they're saying that's crucial for you to have. Like you have to think about what you would do in a situation where if you didn't have access to money, or how would you access money if you really needed to leave your situation. The next thing is gather essential documents. You need to know where your social security card is, your birth certificate, your health insurance, passport, things like that. Find a safe shelter. And so, yeah. So those are some tips, you guys. Let's see, because I honestly today I do have to get out of here on time today. Where's Cassandra? Cassandra, did you find anything? Look, this is a good deal. Witches Bruce said, I have my own account and L Dog had his own account, but still gives me his money.
I love
Oh,
that situation.
look, a win is a win. They say a win is a win. Cassandra, are you still here? Were you able to find out about that law firm? I know Cassandra has been going down the rabbit hole with this mess. I know she has. So Gold Digger also says, yes, Candy, that's very financially abusive, and many times women don't know they're being taken advantage of until something extreme happens or they get the mail and they owe a bill they thought was paid. Yes.
Speaking of, guys, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to Cassandra's channel because every night she's been giving a Krishan
Um,
update from a legal perspective. And she goes through the legal documents and everything to see, what if any updates have occurred. And she's doing really good on her channel. I'm very proud of her. So if you
yes. I
have,
said that this morning. Put it in the chat again. Put it in the chat again, Cassandra, because I just found out this morning she had a channel.
yes, I'll be getting the updates, girl.
Okay, so Cassandra says, I think that invoice is fake, but I had to look back to the court docket I read, and someone was identifying as an attorney and they aren't. Oh, wow. They Y'all know they're gonna make it a circus. Y'all know we part of the circus. They're gonna make it a circus. That's why I'm just trying to be. I just want to do quick updates, honestly, see what's going on because I honestly look. I think a lot of us have been down the rabbit hole with Krishan before, honest. And I think that one last time, I forget was that last thing that happened. I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore. Like I really can't. I wish her the best. I really do. You know, wish Junior the best, and he definitely needs. She's his solid parent. It's like I'm wondering to myself, you guys, if Blueface was to get released, let me ask you this. Let me ask everybody on the way out. If Blueface was, yes, put the link in the chat, Cassandra. If Blueface was released today, do you guys think that he's going to go get Junior and take care of Junior? Well, if Krishan has to do any length of time, and that could be even if it's 30 days, do you guys think that Blue is gonna go get his baby?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Let me put my no here. I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think he would.
I mean, what he gonna do with a 9-month-old baby?
Well, a real father would step in. A real dad. Hey, Tamika, y'all back from the festivities?
He ain't no real dad though. Come on now.
Oh, and I
I'm
agree
like,
with you.
I don't think he could probably even keep up with Journey for a long period of time. I don't think he's ever put in that type of time with his kids.
No. And I think he said so. I think he said so at one time. Remember?
Yeah.
And Jaden said it as well. Like, you think he's gonna watch the kids?
More
So
than
they know. So that's what they said he
Hi,
uses Junior to control.
everybody.
Hey lady, how was the graduation?
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So that's what they said he uses Junior to control her. Basically, that's all he has shown me. And Gold Digger says, wow, so this is a fake lawyer trying to scam Chastity. Go Butter said, sad to say, I thought about it and I don't think he would. I don't think he would either. Hey Joni, hey girl bye, how are you? Look, Joni, you coming on the tail end. You too, Tamika. We about to wind up for the night. Uh-oh, she dropped down. But you guys, here I have to go to. I don't see the link from Cassandra. I do not see the link, Cassandra. Let me go to YouTube and see if it's in the chat there. So you guys, thank you guys so much for coming through. Like I said, I had something going on, but you know what? I'm not gonna talk too much about, well, I'm not gonna talk about it. Well, let me just shut up. Let me shut up. Um I'll just tell you guys when we're ready for this slight change, but I don't see your link, Cassandra. Now
We just click on Cassandra's name and it should take
it'll
you to
take
her
us over
channel.
there. And here, I will need to do that because I know that they do have these settings to where you can't
I think when
even
you click on her name, you can go to her account.
yeah. So here, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna post it, you guys. And let me subscribe. You guys subscribe. And I'm gonna put the channel in here. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. As always, you guys are great to have talks with and round table with. So thank you guys for coming through. Much appreciated. There is the link to Cassandra's channel. You guys go subscribe, and I will definitely
Hit
be
the
looking for the
notification
updates.
bell. Hit the
Yes,
notification bell.
yes, you guys. And we will see you no morning show tomorrow. But you know what? Look, I'm gonna tell you, I've been relaxing this week, so I could go live another time tomorrow. It's not our morning show day, but you know, if something real juicy what's happened, Candy Girl gonna be here. So put your
Right.
notifications on. Put your notifications on, y'all. And we are out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Once again, if you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And if you have a few moments, please leave a quick comment. Definitely appreciate it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.